Content disclaimer. The views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teachers, scholarship, education, and research. For fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed.
Peace and power, family. I'm Dr. Shakira Moore, and I'm excited to share with you this powerful event that's happening on February 11th, 2023. The inner alignment through your eyes and your numero. It's the joining of two ancient systems helping you to tap in and access your divine blueprint. I will be teaching a mini masterclass on iridology that will only be available in this workshop. After this class, you will walk away knowing the mystery to longevity via your iris, how to identify colors and patterns in your iris to avoid chronic disease, preparing your children for supreme health with iridology, and so much more. It is time for you to unlock unlimited potential and your internal greatness, because you are great. I'll see you in class. Peace and power.
This is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com, or Linktree at King Simon the Numeral Base to get all 4 of my books. And of course, that's the Numeral Base for mental stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numbers are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. Go now.
It's the numerational session with King Simon. Text your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. And get my books on Amazon now. Okay. What's up, family? How you doing? It's Brother King Simon in the building. Tonight, we have a special guest with us tonight. We have Mfundishi Jhutyms, the great Grand Master, Kemetic priest, and scientist, and so much more. We're going to be speaking on the ancient excellence of the HAPI Valley, spiritually and physically. So we're going to talk about it tonight. So y'all want to be in the building tonight. And of course, I want to thank each and every one of you out there that showed me some love for my birthday today. Of course, my born day today. I had a great time. Had a great massage from High Heels, who is a licensed massage therapist. And I had to big up her, and of course Adara Moselle, who's the one that usually gives me a massage. But today, I decided to go with the one, the only High Heels. So celebrating 56 with 5 plus 6 is 11, and you know what it is. I'm in my master number cycle. So it is what it is, and that's what we do, baby. All right? And remember, people, please like, subscribe, and share my King Simon Presents only quality people, not only on Instagram, but also on Facebook. And we're broadcasting right here on YouTube at King Simon Presents Only Quality People. Remember, Mfundishi is going to be here with us. The great Grandmaster himself is going to be in the building right here at 9 o'clock sharp. And he's going to be speaking about this event that he's going to be a part of. Make sure you get your tickets now at HAPIfilm.com. That's HAPIfilm.com. Also, if you're in the Georgia area, my sister was on here with me, Karma Lights in Action. Make sure you go to Lights Karma Action 20.eventbrite.com. She's doing a big event out here on February the 4th also, and they're doing it in New York City. So big up to them and big up to her. They do it all in the same day, but 2 different cities. Big up to Joshua Selden that will be with us on February the 5th. That's going to be big at 11 a.m. Speaking about his new book, I Am. It's an affirmation book, so that's going to be great. And of course, remember, supercharge your imagination with affirmations that will open the eye in your mind to infinite possibilities. So big up to Joshua Selden, who will be with us on February the 5th. And Baba Ashwa Kwesi, I spoke to him today. Baba Ashwa Kwesi will be, Baba Ashwa Kwesi's daughter will be with us on February the 8th. At February 8th, Certified Integrative Health Coach will be with us live and direct. And on February 11th, myself and Dr. Shakira Moore will be doing this inner alignment through your eyes and your numero. And then Phil Valentine will be in the building on the 12th of February at 7 p.m. with guest hostesses, Dr. Shakira Moore and Dr. Angela Moulton will be here. And I will be getting interviewed by the phenomenal one from Forbidden Knowledge TV, the one, the only, Courtney Kane Sides, the medium. And of course, we're going to be speaking about numbers and their guiding principles. All right. I'm going to be a special guest on Wednesday, February the 15th at 8 p.m. on Forbidden Knowledge TV with Courtney Kane. So that's going to be live and direct. And also, don't forget about Lloyd Strayhorn, Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. That's Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. Contact Lloyd, my brother. That's my brother. Hit him up at 800-581-4401 and tell him that King Simon sent you. Remember, Drop Squad Kitchen, man, is not a place to F with, man. That's the place you got to go. Got to go to Drop Squad Kitchen, baby, 928 Justison Street, Wilmington, Delaware. If you're in the Wilmington, Delaware area, give them a call at 302-984-2773. You will not be disappointed. I promise you that. And if you're in Brooklyn, New York, make sure you hit up Nicholas Brooklyn. That's Nicholas Brooklyn. Nicholas Brooklyn is located at 1396 Fulton Street. They got 2 locations. And then the other one is Nicholas Cultural at 1978 3rd Avenue. Give them a call for wholesale and all that. They got retail also. Give them a call at 718-858-4400. That's 858-4400. That's Nicholas Brooklyn. And big up to Dr. Shakira Moore. If you want to hit her up, go to her linktree/Holistica Healing. That's /Holistica Healing. And big up to Infinite Times Online Magazine. Make sure you support this beautiful sister, Aisha Sims. She got a beautiful new online magazine. Hit up that link on the bottom, spell it all the way out, and make sure you get on and watch and listen and learn on that online magazine. Big up to Kesia L. Jones. Go Be God. That's the new book, KesiaLJones.com. That's KesiaLJones.com. And don't forget, past life consultation, psychic medium and spiritualist, the one, the only, Ellison Nedra, the modern day sage. Hit her up at 800-774-4554. And big up to Mystic_33, Mystic Ivy _33, 333. And make sure you hit her up at Linktree/Mystic Ivy _333 for any tarot guidance. All right. Ashwa Kwesi does a trip to Africa all the time, every year. 214-371-0206. And tell them that King Simon sent you. And if you want to write your book for the first time, all you have to do is contact this beautiful sister. She will hook you up. Her name is Susie Script. And hit her up at 914-361-9467. And if you want to get all of my books, all you have to go is go to Linktree/King Simon the Numerator. That's Linktree/King Simon the Numerator. And if you want to take my courses, go to Udemy.com. That's Udemy.com. Numerovational courses. Make sure you go to that. And that's only 2 hours. That's an introductory course. But now my 8-hour course is now $444. Don't look at that rate right there. It is now being sold through Eventbrite for $444. That's an 8-hour raw uncut course. And if you want to book a session with me, please text your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. My waiting list is into March right now. So if you book now, you will definitely be into March. All right. And remember, family, like I am doing, as my birthday and born day is today, Accept what is, let go of what was, and have faith in what will be. That's all I'm telling you. Yes. Oh, man, I had a good time today. Oh, I had a good time today. Yes. Those who don't know me, you know what it is. Here's your brother. Here I am, family. I'm coming in. I'm coming in. I'm coming in. What's up? 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 Your brother King Simon in the building. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Oh man. Thank you, man. They said I wasn't gonna make it till 30 years old. They thought I wasn't gonna make it till 30. And I am here to say I am here past 30. I'm 56 years of age. I'm in my second childhood, and I'm honored to be in that. Once a man, twice a child, and believe me, I'm feeling it. I made sure I did 56 push-ups straight. I was doing it. I did 56 push-ups in different rooms. Made sure I was getting my push-up and my workout on all day, doing my stretches, doing my workout, doing my breathing exercise, my meditation. I started off with a bath. Then I got a massage, a spiritual bath. And then I got a massage by the only high heels, the licensed massage therapist. Then I got a consultation by the modern day sage. Everything was on point. Health is good. I'm feeling good, even in the spiritual realm. So I'm ready. I'm ready. My teeth clean. I'm ready. All of that for my birthday. So again, as I'm saying on this flyer, on February 1st, 1967, a king came to this realm to numerovate the world. That's what I came to do. Don't you forget it. I see my guest co-host in the building. Let me bring her on with a well-deserved round of applause. She is not only a great, beautiful sister, she is a creative, she's an entrepreneur. Her name is Empress Aisha Amor. Beautiful. How you doing?
How are you?
Wonderful. I'm wonderful. How you doing today?
My book. I got my book.
Which book you got? Which book? Oh, you got the book. Okay. Get that round of applause. She got the book. Okay.
I'm trying, y'all. Hold on.
She got the book. Okay. I know you got many books.
We're gonna wait for that one.
Okay, people shout me out. Okay, people shout me out. Yeah, people shout me out. Thank you very much. Yes, today is my solar return. Yes, it is. Big up to IG, all those that are shouting me out on IG and on Facebook also. So yeah, what's up? How you feeling?
Happy upgrade.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Happy upgrade. Are you wearing purple?
Yes, I am.
Oh my God! You see, this is divine.
Yes. Got to keep on the divine hood.
Oh, see. Yeah, you got the opening in the shirt, and my shirt is trying to bust out. Like I see, I was subliminal. Like I was on a spiritual connection with you. I even know this. Like
you say your shirt trying to bust out. Okay.
I'm trying to squeeze in. That's what really happened. I'm trying to.
It looks good from where I'm seeing it.
It's really me. I know I was wrong for that. Okay.
It looks beautiful.
No judgments, y'all. No judgments, please.
Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord. Yes, praise the Lord. Yes, praise the Lord.
So, how was your day today?
Well, you know what? I think because it's your upgrade day, the energy just felt different. It felt at peace. Okay. I knew it was your upgrade day, so it felt good.
Yeah, you didn't call me. What happened? You didn't call me. You didn't want to call me.
I know. I have to do it here. If I did it over, over the phone and texting and the typical stuff.
The typical stuff.
Yeah,
I know the typical stuff. Yeah, I had a good time. I mean, I got a massage this morning. I took a spiritual bath this morning. I enjoyed myself this morning. I woke up with a weird dream, but Idris Elba was in my dream, guiding me out of this den of iniquity. Me and a child, but I told the dream to a friend of mine who was also a spiritual, and I knew it that the child was me, and I had to get out of that. It was a whole sexual thing going on, but I just was not happy there. And I said, this is, 'cause I did all those parties back in the day and all that kind of stuff. And I said to myself, nah, I'm not, that's not me anymore. And then there was a little boy right there, and I'm looking at his face, and he's looking familiar, not realizing that was me as a child. Idris had his hand, and I had his hand. He's pulling me, and I'm coming along with them, and they guided me, which is interesting because Idris is born under the sign of Virgo, which is the virgin. And, that boy was a virgin at that time. Little boy was a virgin at that time, and he's holding his hand, and he's born under the number 6, and 6 is one of my character building numbers or challenge numbers. So he was challenging us to come out of that. And then when we got out in the dream, he said, Idris said, you don't have to tell nobody really about this. You don't belong in this type of space. And he respected that. So, that was a dream I had for my birthday this morning, and it was very good. It was definitely letting me know I'm on another level of what I used to do back in my party days. So I thank Idris Elba in my astro realm for coming and helping me out. I see somebody in our back stream. I want to make sure I bring this brother on with a well-deserved round of applause because he just celebrated the Earth Strong. My son and him celebrate the same day on January 23rd. And this brother, I think this is my second time having him on my show, or my first time. I'm not even sure. But this brother is a grand master of Kemetic, a great grandmaster, Kemetic priest, scientist, African village chief, spiritual warrior, and holistic healer, Afrochronologist. I hope I said that right. Educator, author, our historian for development, maintenance, liberation, and independence of African people. I want to welcome the one, the only, Mfundishi Jhutyms.
Thank you so much. Tell your son happy birthday for me.
Yeah. They had a surprise party for him too, and they got him too. They surprised him. How you been, brother? How you been, Baba?
Absolutely excellent. Absolutely excellent.
It is a one that I hope you remember, Sister Empress Aisha. She came to the stand with me that time.
Yes, I remember the sister. Yes, how are you doing, my sister?
We see each other. We see each other. He's busy most of the time when I do see him, so I just keep it moving. But I see you all the time.
Well.
Okay. They always be out there for us.
Well, Baba, thank you very much for coming on, and thanks to Felicia also. She finally connected us because I know you're busy. You don't even answer that phone, and I got your phone number. But I'm honored to have you, one of our elders. Of course, I have all of your books, but this one, because I moved to Georgia, I know the other ones are packed up, but this one is always up there with the Bible and all the Quran and all of that. He's up there with Phil Valentine's books, and I know where that's supposed to be. That's why I keep it there and study, go through it. And I want to thank you for all the great works you've done throughout your life, man. And you've proven to us that your potential self is always infinite. You've always proved that to us, and because you always said infinite, you always talk about the infinite, limitless, and you used to recite that a lot, and our infinite powers, and speak about that at different lectures that I used to see you, and I'm just proud that I'm able to still see you, and you're still here in this realm, and we want to give you your roses before you even transition to that next realm. So I want to give you a round of applause all the time, my brother. All the time, brother. All the time. First and foremost, I know you're going to be a part of this great event that's happening on the 4th. Let me put that up there. That's going to be. Let me take this off. Take this off the front there. Hold on. This is all happening in Queens at Jamaica Performing Arts Center, family. If you're able to get out there and get your tickets right now, go to hapifilm.com, and you could also get it online too. And that's going to be from 1 to 8 p.m. on Saturday, February the 4th at the Jamaican Performing Arts Center at 153 10, Jamaica Avenue. I've been there. I've been on that stage before. I had a great time on that stage. Big up to all the people that will be a part of it. Of course, Kaba Hayawata, Kamane, Baba Mfundishi Jhutyms, Professor James Smalls, Dr. Falu, also Riza Islam, Dr. Tutu will be there. Also, the MC will be Kenneth Harris, and of course, legendary performance by Brand Nubian, Lyrical Faith, and Jamal Milton is one of the major sponsors. And big up to the HAPI family all the time for allowing me and bringing this energy to me. Once again, let's give them a round of applause. First and foremost, Baba, go ahead. What you want to say, sir?
No, I'm just saying, looking forward to that.
Man, last year I watched it on the live, and you brought it down last year. You brought it down.
Yeah, I opened it up last year. Yeah,
I know. Yeah. I watched that. I said, Baba's still doing his thing, you know, and not, but you don't stop doing your thing. I have outfits that you made. It's still in my storage, man. A lot of stuff is still in my storage.
It was black and white. White. Yes, I remember it.
Yes, sir. First thing I want to tell the people, what does your full name mean? What does that Mfundishi Jhutyms Ka and Heru Hassan Salim? What does that mean, brother?
Okay. All right, I'm gonna work it backwards. So Hassan Kamal Salim is the name on my birth certificate. That's Swahili. That means one who is good, who is a silent warrior for peace. So that's what I start with, Hassan Kamal Salim. Okay. Then I became Jhutyms Ka in Heru. And that's when I become a high priest in the Kemetic spiritual system. Okay. Wow. So Jhutyms means one who is articulate in thought, speech, writing, and action. And you know, I'm an author. You can see I'm surrounded by books. Yes, sir. I'm a keynote speaker all around the world. So I'm living up to my name and action. So the Ka in Heru is, don't get it twisted. I'm a scholar, but if we need to do this, I can go there.
That part, that's what the Mfundishi is, right?
Right, that's the last part. That's the Mfundishi. I'm a grandmaster in the Kemetic, in Kupagani and Gumi, the African martial arts. Yeah. I was also a master in Kung Fu, Shaolin Hungar. I'm the master Chung. In fact, my teacher in Kupagani and Gumi, Mfundishi, the Shaha Mfundishi Maasi, just passed this year. Only about 2 months ago.
Yeah, I heard about that. May he rest in eternal peace.
Yes, he 82, so he had a decent run.
Yes, he had a decent run.
I know he had high blood pressure from some time, so because of a good lifestyle, he was able to live that long, you know, even with his high blood pressure and some other complications. But I wanted to say you are, because my other teacher, Mfundishi Talona, also passed last year. So the two founders of Kupagani and Gumi, the first four Mfundishis was Mfundishi Maasi, Mfundishi Talona, Mfundishi Tayari Cassell, and then myself.
I know Brother Tayari Cassell. Yes, of course.
So me and Tayari is still kicking.
Yeah. I've seen him amongst the Sanukas family a lot. When I see him, you know, Professor Bill McLeod, Soki Littlejohn, they all go. Him and Soki did a legendary battle back in the day.
Right.
I remember that.
So we hold these great ones on our shoulder, you know.
Yes. Hold on, but before we go any further, and Aisha, got your questions ready. I got one of the executive producers of HAPI in the building. Let's bring on the one, the only Felicia.
You are my sister.
Yes. Oh, peace, Ifundishi Jhutyms. How you doing?
I'm doing absolutely excellent. And thank you, my sister, for the hookup. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, listen. I first of all, I must have didn't get the purple thing here because everybody got a little hint of purple on. I got the black like Ifundishi Jhutyms. So that's what I just jumped on just to say happy birthday. I was like waiting, I was waiting. I was like, you know, I'm not gonna say nothing to you all day. I'm gonna wait for you to send it to Mfundishi. That's why I was like, you know what? I was like, no, you gotta send it to me too, just in case Mfundishi doesn't have it, because I secretly wanted it for myself so I could jump on and say happy birthday, happy solar return, happy everything.
Thank you. Do our turn. And of course, his just passed also. So you know how that means, you know.
Yes.
So we right there, you know, and my son and all that. Big up to Prince Imagine. And my son, he's doing his thing, man. He got to perform in front of James McIntosh from Symbolic.
Oh yeah. Oh, I like.
So that was a good look for him. So yeah, I love James. I'm gonna bring him on soon for interview. But you know, Felicia, I know you're part of the big affair coming up. Tell us briefly as I go into this information. I got so much. Me and Aisha got so much to ask.
Oh yeah, y'all about to get it in. How you doing, Empress?
Let me tell you. You got to meet Empress Aisha. Yeah, you never met her. Yes, okay.
Yes.
So Felicia, this is what's coming up. Talk about it, please.
Yes. So the HAPI event, it is happening this Saturday. And let me tell you, you know, you guys are sitting here with Mfundishijhutyms, but we talked to Mfundishijhutyms. Maybe I can't remember when we were like, oh, can you open it up? Because it was like some problems with our One Africa conference. There was like a whole issue with getting internet to Dr. Abanga. So we needed Mfundishijhutyms to step in. Let me tell you, this brother right here, I just remember him. It was like, I see him all the time, but the way he walked into that, I was trying to do it. I've been practicing the way he walked in. He walked in like an Mfundishijhutyms. I don't know what an Mfundishijhutyms is supposed to walk in like, but this brother was like this. And when I tell you, the crowd was like, ah! I mean, afterwards, I was like, oh my God, like you're the man. So I love hearing Mfundishijhutyms speak. Yes. And he is his name, I tell you. But this event, so he's going to be here. I'm really upset that somebody that starts with a K and last name starts with an S ain't going to be there. I ain't going to mention no names. But this event, it is going to be fire because not only are we going to have Mfundishijhutyms, it's hosted by Dr. Ken Harris from the National Business League. He is no joke. Professor James Small, Dr. Georgina Falou, Dr. Susan Tata is doing a whole special thing, which is going to be nice. Kaba Kabane, and then Riza Islam. And that's just people speaking. We got Brand Nubian it's like they're going to give us like a little mini concert.
It is.
Jamar Milton, who is going to also perform. And we have Lyrical Faith.
Yes.
She's going to, deliver some poetry. And then we're going to have special clips of HAPI and a special clip of Amadeus's film. But then the other piece is that's not on the flyer. It's just this whole like networking thing. Because we just can't sit there for like 9 hours, right? We're going to be getting up, we're going to be out, and everyone's going to be mingling. Mfundishijhutyms is going to bring his
clothing.
Crystals.
Gotta bring his clothing. It's crystals. He gotta bring his clothing. Come on now.
Oh my God, that picture on your website is so fire, Mfundishijhutyms.
That's one?
Fire. Yeah, when you had everybody wearing your clothing.
Oh yes.
He had a little fashion show at the beginning of the year. I don't know if he's gonna have these. I'm really just showing these are his Medu Neter cards. You're gonna get into this, I'm pretty sure. But I'm showing these because I don't know if are they still, do you still have some left?
I still have a couple of the triliterals. Yes, I still have some triliterals. We have to reorder them.
These are like crack on the street. I can sell these right here. Okay, because this is the thing. Mfundishijhutyms talks about the Medu Neter, right? And he owns every piece of it, so he can talk to you about it. He can teach it to you. You can read his book, and he's explaining everything about it. And then he has cards where you can study, and that's the epitome of this event right here, which is going to be the Black Excellence event, because he is Black Excellence.
Yeah, look at those pictures. Yeah, I mean, he makes his clothing, y'all, so y'all know what it is. Look at that. He makes all his clothing. Yes, he makes all his clothing. So look what he's been doing it for years since Black Gold. I know that. I remember coming upstairs to his place to drop off flyer. He's sewing. He's sewing clothing.
That's one of my favorites right there.
Yeah. Yes.
I love that one.
Yeah, let me tell you, he wore a white getup when we were in Egypt, and I was like, yo, that white getup is fire. It's fire. So this is gonna be and he has clothes for women and men.
Yes.
It's really nice.
My brother, yes. Look at all of that. Look at all the different things. Look at that. Look at them.
That's the last one she was talking about. Yeah,
that's what she's talking about. Yeah, that's what
all of those I designed all those outfits.
Yep. I have mine. I gotta go get mine out, man, because I got mine. I got mine too, man. So I gotta be out. Where is this being? Where is this at? Where
this is at our new home, 504 West 126th Street in Harlem. It's kind of like a Black cultural museum. So this is our home. So we do most of our events there.
Can I bring anything there? Can I bring an event there? Yes,
you can come in. It's like coming into a Kemetic spiritual temple, literally. Yep. The walls, the ambiance.
Yep, everything is covered. Everything.
Now, Baba Mfundishi, are you also initiating priests and priestesses nowadays?
Yes. Really? So now, in fact, we're just going through, starting the spring, after the spring equinox. It's a new initiation group comes through.
Okay, because some people have been asking me,
interested in being a Kemetic, into the Kemetic spiritual system. They can apply now to me at Mfundishijhutyms at yahoo.com. Or they can just apply on my website. They can go on my website and go, and they can actually even fill out as a little form for Kemetic initiation.
Now, this is your website. That's Mfundishijhutyms.net.
Right. If you hit that button says spirituality at the top, those things will come up, and they can register and then have an interview. And we used to have it; you only had to be in person, but now I can initiate people who are, you could be in Timbuktu.
Okay.
Because the internet has made the world small now.
Yes, it has.
So via Zoom and the internet, we can have personal conversations and teaching just like that.
And this is what I love about Baba. He always had Africa upside down, or really right side up. Right side up. That's the real way. I love that. Every time, for the first time I met you, you said it like this is probably 20 years ago. You said
we'll also have our map on sale. We've developed one of the best maps in the world, dealing with ancient Kemet, or all the dynasties from the first, second, third, and fourth golden age, and everything is in the Medu Neter with all their names, their original names, and then we have a key on the side with the Arab names and the other names, so that you can still find any city.
Right. Wow. Let's get that a round of applause. You have a question, Aisha? Please, Empress, please drop some questions.
I do have a question. I would like to know, for those who don't know, what is the importance of us knowing this information? Why should we know this?
Why should we know the Medu Neter, or what? What are you asking?
I don't know how to pronounce, so that's why I'm saying this. So educate me.
Okay. The Medu Neter is our classical language, my sister. Okay. So that means that you've been disconnected from the ancient teachings of your sacred ancestors going back. We set up civilization as we know it today. Scholarship, architecture, engineering, astronomy, astrology. It's all in the Medu Neter, and everybody has borrowed from us. And here we are, the creators of this, and we don't know it. We got to learn it from our former enslavers. We have to learn it from our enemy. There's no such thing as Greek philosophy. G.M. James, in his book Stolen Philosophy, breaks it down. He showed you that every Greek philosopher studied in Egypt, studied in Kemet, and sat at the feet of Black people. Okay, and we don't even know about them until the Moors. The Moors actually introduced Greek philosophy to the Europeans. They got disconnected. They went through their dark ages where they got disconnected from Black folks. When the Roman Empire fell, they went through their dark stages. So they didn't even, in fact, the ancient Greeks and Romans didn't even claim the other Europeans. They said that the Brits, the Angles, they were so savage that they didn't even make good slaves. So, my sister, when you read the Medu Neter, not only are you connected vibration-wise, because everything is energy, everything is a vibration, everything is numbers. He'll tell you numbers in you. Lord, everything is a vibration, it's a number. Okay, so you get connected spiritually, mentally, and physically to the vibration of your ancestors and excellence. Like this conference is called Black Excellence. We created the concept of excellence. Yes. We created this concept called Ma'at, truth, righteous, harmonious balance. Okay, so when you're reading the Medu Neter, it's not like Mfundishi said, it's like you're talking to the ancestors directly. And they download information that you couldn't get from anybody else. And when you read it, sister, you get downloaded some stuff that King Simon wouldn't get. And King Simon, when he reads, he gets some stuff that Felicia wouldn't get. The ancestors is tapping into all of us spiritually.
Yes.
So we have things in common, and then the ancestors got something uniquely waiting for you. So when you tap into this, you go, ooh, you know, and you get a different chill, you know.
Yes,
and somebody who read the same thing are looking at you saying, what did you read? Okay.
That's right. No, you know what's that, Baba? If, in this book, there's a daily three times a day. There's a prayer you talk about in this book, and I use it. I actually have to copy it and put it right in front of my bed. Morning affirmation, daytime affirmation, bedtime affirmation, and it is very helpful. And it's also like a reminder of what we need to pay attention to, like the three, you know, like how it's in Islam, they like to prostrate 5 times a day, making this salat. But this also helps me to remind me to keep in alignment, because I remember Dr. Khalid years ago, who was a good friend of yours.
Yes, good.
Dr. Khalid, he's in the book, of course, in the back of the book.
It's the back of the book.
Yeah. Those who ain't see it, let me show y'all. Y'all better go get this book, so y'all got to know what is that. Dr. Khalid in the book. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, so my brother Doc used to say, at one time we didn't have to pray. We actually walked. We were so in tune with the universe. We were walking meditation and walking praise.
Yes, so he was teaching you correctly, brother.
Yeah, he was teaching us this in the FOI class, but
we
didn't get it. You know, we was there. Some of them guys didn't get it. I got it. You know, that's why I came to Black Gold, and that's why I started coming to UAM. You know, but talk about it, brother. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What you want to talk about?
And when they come to the Black Excellence, we have what we call balance affirmation cards. This was created by my daughter. So we going on the next generation.
Yeah, how's she doing? Give her a round of applause. Oh, man.
Salim created this positive affirmation. You know, she's a Kemetic priestess also.
Yeah, she's in the book. She's in the book. Yes.
Yeah, she's an aunt carrier. She graduated from Queen of Fool's program and did all of those programs, as well as a Kemetic priest. And she's proficient in the Medu Neter. But this affirmation cards, they help you stay focused on your goals.
Yes.
You pick one in the morning, and then you try to live that all day. And then at night, before you go to bed, you actually journal how you did it. So you can imagine after 30 days of that, how it shifts your whole attitude.
Yes.
You know, the Europeans say if you do something for 21 days in a row, it becomes a habit. I say 42. I'm going for 42.
Stay on it.
Double it, you know. So if you can double that, if you do that for 42 days in a row, you become a walking Neteru yourself.
Yes.
Powerful. You transform. See, we have no idea how powerful we are.
Yes.
We are so powerful beyond the limitations that we have imposed on ourselves that is silly.
That's right.
Okay.
You always say, think unlimited, think unlimited, think unlimited. You always say that.
Think unlimited. Yes. Once you tap into that energy, then there's nothing you can't do.
Yes.
Nothing you can't do. You know,
you know, Baba,
excellence. Looking forward to it.
You know, Baba, I remember one time you was explaining to us about what happened when you was in the martial arts world, and there was a tournament, and you was actually, and your son kept on looking at you like, what you gonna do? And you just sat there and just stayed calm before the battle. You didn't even, and you actually defeated the person.
Right.
What mentality do you have to be in to even hone that type of discipline and focus to the point that your son is worried about what's going on, but you ain't worried?
He was impressed with the outer. This guy was on the cover of Sports Illustrated, you know, and so he's doing those Van Damme splits with your legs all wide out. So I'm like, son, Van Damme splits ain't never beat nobody. I don't care if he can kick over his head behind him. He got to deal with me out there. When I'm praying, brother, I'm bringing in, I'm signed I'm saying, Shango, I need you to be with me. Shaka Zulu, I need you to come and be in my spirit today.
Right.
Satesh, I want you right by my side in front of me. I'm calling on all the great warriors to take possession of my body. And sometimes when I went out there, brother, I was in a state of possession. I didn't even know what happened till it was over. Somebody said to me, says, that move you did when you went between his legs and up. I said, I have to see the videotape.
You know, that's why Dr. Powell used to say, you don't care what you could do. You want to know if you could fight. You don't care none about all that. Can you fight?
So you call on those spirits. I call on all those powerful warrior spirits.
Yes, me too.
To be with me, walk with me, and help me be the champion of the people.
Wow. Wow. Give that a round of applause. I remember that. Because I mean that's where this book is all about, spiritual warriors and healers. So you can't just be a warrior without being a healer too.
Have you read this one yet?
Yeah, I have that, but I don't have it on my shelf. It's still
okay.
But
this one takes you through like all the stuff that's in spiritual warriors or healers. Now you're living it in Mentuhotep. I take you through an initiation. So sister, you'll see what's the importance of initiation in terms of when you start reading this, you go, oh, wow, I need that in my life. These are some things I need to be doing. Yeah. Oh, he said that. I think I'm going to say that too. You know, so it's inspiring you. So it's a volume 1 and a volume 2.
Yes, it is. Yes,
and I just read something the other day. In fact, 3 days ago. And now I'm on volume 3. I'm making it a trilogy.
Oh, wow. Congratulations. A trilogy. I guess you said it first here, I guess you said it first.
This is the first time anybody's heard about it. I didn't even tell my daughter yet.
Thank you. First, right here. First on Copra. They call me Copra, not Jopra, not Oprah. I'm Copra. I'm getting it first. I'm loving it.
You know, if there's any black movie directors out there, this is better than the Black Panther. This is better than all that, and it's based upon a real story. Mentuhotep is the founder of the second golden age of ancient Kemet. So he is one of the most important kings in ancient Kemet. In fact, his period is called the classical period.
Yes.
And I take you through his initiation. I take you through his battles. And so I'm excited. I can't wait to when these shows open. I'm pulling my pen out, and I'll be writing. Okay.
That's what I love about the elders, and I still write from pen to paper. Dr. Africa wrote all his book from pen, paper, and then gave it to the editors. That's it.
Right. No, I do pen. I do the pen, paper, and then I type it.
And then type it. That's what it goes.
And then I type it from the paper.
That's what we something about that writing is so important. But go ahead, Empress Aisha. You got a question? Felicia, do you have a question? Any questions you want to talk? Anyone of y'all?
No, I wanted to because I know this is your interview, and listen, I love Mfundishi all the time.
Yeah,
I always love it on him. I was looking at my little text message, and I was like, I love you, Mfundishi. I was like, if somebody was looking at my phone, they'd be like, is Mfundishi your man? Because I'm always on here, like just loving on him. So I can sit and talk to him forever. But I wanted to just say quickly, because I know this is your birthday, and thank you so much for sitting down with Mfundishi. But I wanted to tell your people how I met you and how you have just really helped to guide me in a way, because I guess you are. I mean, you're just like 1 or 2 years older than me, so I mean, you're not quite an elder.
Right. I'm 56 now. Yeah.
You're like more like a confidant, like a friend of mine. Yeah. So we were showing our film for the first time as it was a pre-screening. Yes. And it was in March. Excuse me. It was in February or either March of 2020.
Right.
And we were getting ready to, we're going to show it at Medgar Evers, and then we were going to hit the road. We're going to hit 10 cities, Taki and I, with this film. So we're all there, and it was so funny because we were trying to get a hold of Mfundishi Jhutyms, and he just walked in. He's like, "Oh, I walked here." I was like, that was beautiful. But someone came to get me, and they were like, some man want to put some flyers on the table, and I told him he couldn't put them on there because I gave explicit orders about stuff. I'm like, don't I want people stuff? We just have a way we operate. And so I come, and so I'm talking to him, and I think I might have talked to him on the phone, but I didn't know who King Simon was. And so we started talking. He's like, well, no, I'm King Simon. I was like, oh my gosh, you're King Simon? And so we were like just embracing for a moment.
Yes.
Yeah, it was something. We don't know what it was, but from that day on, the King Simon's been my dude. I tell you, my readings, like you guys are tripping if you don't have a reading with King Simon, because it's all about the spirit and how he talks and how he makes you feel motivated about the little numbers you got. It don't even matter if your little numbers are not even good. He's gonna give you hope in the numbers. Okay.
So I let them know there's a duality here. There's a duality.
Same. I mean, like this was the same year I sat down with Mfundishi Jhutyms, and I was like, oh my God. I was like, wow, he pulled out so many things and giving me a reading. I ain't never seen somebody do this many things in a reading, talking about Mfundishi Jhutyms. And so when I tell you, audience, you guys are in for a treat tonight, because these two people are very, very special. But King Simon, I love you. I love you. I love you.
Thank you, sis.
Happy Earth Day. And
thank you.
Yeah, you just, I hope you had a good day.
I had a wonderful day. We'll talk. Okay. All right.
You know, nice to relax. I'm smiling up in there. Okay. I can't wait to talk. Nice meeting you, Empress. Are you coming through? Are you in New York?
Yeah, she's
yes, I am in New York. So
okay, you're gonna be at the event on Saturday?
I'm gonna have to now that we're having this conversation. I have to show up.
You gotta be in there. You gotta be representing the King Simon show.
Now Mfundishi.
Yeah, listen, you got even if you just come to see Mfundishi Jhutyms walk on stage, like he had this little walk, even you just see him, just so regal.
This is a walk, yeah.
You have to see the feet. The feet are like floating, or it's like some like Michael Jackson move or something. I can't describe it. It's just it's like I can't even do it. But it's just like a, like I'm like
walking in water.
Yeah, like I was like, damn, okay.
Oh, they calling you Jesus, sir. Jesus. Walk. Jesus.
Yo, I'm telling you, it is going to be fire. So I can't wait to see you, Mfundishi Jhutyms, and Empress. I will see you in the house. Make sure you're on the list.
I'll tell her.
You have a good.
I'll email you. I'll email you on Wednesday. Tonight, actually.
Tonight. So you're gonna do it tonight. There it is. All right.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes. Tomorrow we got more shows. Yay.
All right.
HAPIFilm.com, guys. You get the get your tickets, and there it is. All right. All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye, sis. Thank you, sis. Thank you.
Yes.
All right. That's the one, the only Felicia Hardy. Go ahead, Aisha. You had another question? Go ahead, please. Give the Baba a question, please.
I have yet to find the time. Not even say haven't found the time. I have yet to make the time to read my book. So now I'm like, I'm going to read it. But you will see me in Harlem asking you questions.
That's okay.
You're going to see me asking you how to pronounce certain things.
That's all right.
Remember my book, right?
Right.
Look, getting in person, y'all. This is the treat you get.
Yes.
He signed it, right? He signed it for us.
I get that good stuff. Y'all know about that. Y'all gotta be there in person for this.
And you could go to his website to get the book also. Baba, the topic is spiritual and physical excellence of the HAPI Valley. Now tell us about the HAPI Valley and the spiritual aspect that we're in regards to HAPI Valley, because I know you've said HAPI is equivalent to Aquarius or vice versa. How does that, what's that connection right there as far as the HAPI? And
well, Aquarius is supposed to be the water bearer.
Water bearer, right.
And the water is the HAPI River.
Yes. Right.
Which is the longest river in the world.
Yes.
Which is the seat of one of the greatest civilizations that's ever existed.
Yeah.
And so that was the flow of knowledge. That's what the film even HAPI is about. It became a cultural highway. And so we as HAPI, which is Aquarius and Medu Neter, HAPI is instead of the word Aquarius, right. HAPI is like we are cultural highways of information. Mm-hmm. We're supposed to be like a stream, a river, a mighty river, watering everybody's farm, everybody who wants to be watered, because there's some people who don't want to know, you know, right. And that's right. Okay. They have the right not to know, you know, but those people who want to drink from the water, as HAPI, that's our job, is to be able to give them those, point them to the water. You know, they say you can take a horse to water, but you can't make them drink.
That's right.
You know, so all we do is provide the information, provide the cultural highway that they can take to find the information that they need. So I've been trying to do that in my whole life. You know, I talk about these 5 domains.
Yes.
I teach people that spirit is first. That the whole universe is holographic, it's spirit. And it's manifested by one consciousness. And we are all part of that one. We have many names that we would like to call it, but it is only the one that exists. And we are part of that one.
Yes.
And then, so once we understand spirit, then we can go to the mineral domain. The stars are minerals. The planets are minerals. The earth is a mineral. The moon is a mineral. When we look at the minerals on this planet, we are made of those same minerals that the stars are made of. So when they say we are sun people, technically we are. We are carbon-based, melanin-dominated beings.
Yes, we are.
Okay, so that's powerful by itself. That's just omnipowerful. So, you know, I teach crystallology. Yes. And I teach the various crystals and gemstones because they help empower us. They are vibrations. Different colors represent different vibrations. So a red color is a high vibration. That's your passion, you know, your sexual drive. You know, the blue vibration is communication.
Yes.
You know, the black is the essence of all things. Everything comes from blackness and returns to blackness. You know, purple, high vibration in the spiritual realm. Green and pink, heart, prosperity, abundance. You know, so all those vibrations. So I teach the crystals, and some people come up to me and go, "Come on, Mfundishi, this is pseudoscience. This ain't real." You know, and I just look at them. I say, "You know, brother or sister, it's just like gravity. You can't see it, but it exists, and it doesn't care whether you believe in it or not.
Exactly.
It's still operating. That's the way the energy in these crystals are. But if you do believe in it, then you can use it to your advantage. Don't jump up on the roof talking about, oh, I don't believe in gravity and I ain't going nowhere, and see what happened." Okay?
That would be hilarious.
The crystals are the same way. If I tap into the energy and the vibration, it can enhance who and what I am. Help me on my mission. Keep me focused. Okay, so that's it. So that's the second one. The third energy is the plant domain. So you got the spirit domain, the mineral domain, now the plant. And the plant domain feeds off of the mineral domains. What if you don't rotate the crop, then there's no nutrition in the plants because it's getting its nutrition from the soil, which is what? A mineral from the minerals. So I just want you to understand. So the mineral feeds the plant domain. Chlorophyll is to plants as carbon is to mineral, as melanin is to people. So if you understand it, it takes sunlight and synthesizes it into energy. Your black skin can synthesize energy straight from the sun. Each one of your cells has a brain that can think outside of your human brain. Like I said, we are so dynamic. We just don't understand it. Okay?
Get that around the ball. Get that around the ball.
So your plants is your food and your medicine. I'll say it again. It's your substance for nutrition, and it's your medicine. Everything that you need to help heal the body can be found in the plant domain. So between spirit, minerals, and plants, you can stay well.
Yes.
Okay.
And I remember you stated in a class one time about in the same vicinity, there's the poison and the cure.
Right.
I remember you
Wherever there's a poisonous plant within the same vicinity is the cure, the antidote to it.
Yes, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. I look around in this backyard. I'm living in Georgia now, but look around in this backyard. I'm like, wow, you got poison ivy. And, you know, Sister Tyoma, what she used to do to offset the poison ivy, she'll take a bit of it and then rub it on her hand so she could get immune to it. Mm-hmm. Take a little bit of the poison, rub it on her hand and her feet, just so she get immune to it, so she can move through without itching and going crazy. So, right. Sometimes you got to take a little of the poison, like they do with the so-called, vac, and then they try to give you, certain poisons to see if you get immune to it. But that's how she did it. And when, I heard that's how she used to walk through these nature places. But,
animals do it in the animal domain. When the lion is fighting a snake, a cobra, the cobra every once in a while might get a little bite on him. But and then he gets a little sick and then he fights it off. So the next time he meets the cobra, that little bite don't mean nothing now. He just comes on and snatch and have dinner. Exactly. And he's immune to the poison here. Okay.
Go ahead, Empress. Go ahead. You want to say something?
After that, we go to the animal domain.
Okay.
So we went spirit, mineral, plant. Now we go to the animal domain. Now, all animals were here before we were.
Right.
I'll say that again. All the animals were here before human beings, Homo sapiens sapiens. Mm-hmm. We're supposed to be learning from all of the animals. They're supposed to be our teachers. You want to know how to survive in the rainforest? Look at the animals in the rainforest. Mm-hmm. You want to know how to survive in the savannah where the great hunters are and predators? Mm-hmm. Study the animals there. Don't eat all the animals. If you eat them, you ain't going to learn nothing.
Yes.
Okay. So just think of how many animals we didn't made extinct. Those were lessons we will never learn.
That's right.
So the idea is to learn from the animals. If we're supposed to be the highly evolved, we don't have to eat them to survive. We're supposed to be their caretakers.
That's right.
We're here to take care of the planet Earth.
Yes.
That's our job. Spiritually connecting us. See, every animal can only do what it was designed to do, or it will cease to exist. Human beings are the only thing that can go outside of their design and do some crazy stuff and still exist. We can imitate anything we want. If a lion tried to imitate you, he's doomed.
Yes.
But you can imitate the lion. You can imitate everything. Yes. So that fifth domain is the human domain. Mm-hmm. So the human domain, again, we're supposed to be learning from all the other domains so that we can rise to our highest spiritual potential.
Yes. Let's get at a round of applause again. Baba, you got the warriors, you got the healers, right? And I know Khaled used to say saints, saviors, soldiers, scholars, healers, and killers, back in the day. A lot of our elders in the martial arts are dying of high blood pressure and these different things, man, when they're supposed to be warriors and healers also. Yes, what do you account for that? What is going on?
We haven't. I can just say to many of my peers, many of my peers didn't take the holistic approach.
Okay.
They got too engulfed in the warrior aspect.
Yes.
And they forgot that you still got to do the breathing, that you still got to do the meditation, that you still got to eat right. You still got to get plenty of exercise in, other than busting people up. Right. Because, some people, that's the only exercise they get, okay. So they forget that. And then after they get their black belt, they almost in semi-retirement already. All the energy they took to get to the black belt or first, second, third degree, then they just fall off of that now and just become couch potatoes. Yes, and they got to continue that whole spirit. But it's the spiritual thing that's missing, Brother Simon.
That is
the spiritual aspect. Yeah. See, if you're eating right, drinking good water and stay hydrated, getting your exercise in every day, meditating.
Yeah.
80 should be a minimal.
Yes.
80 should be a minimal. I'm approaching I just went into my mid 70s. And I feel good. I feel like James Brown. And I feel good.
That's right. That's right. No, cause I'm concerned because even when, back in the day, they had Wesley Snipes, the masters of the martial arts.
Right.
And I see a lot of the elders with their canes. And I was like, I was sitting next to Cofield. I was sitting next to Le Puppet. I was sitting next to Dr. Powell. I was sitting next to these people right there. So, to see them that they're not here no more is like, wow, could they have lasted a little longer if they would?
We gave a special, I remember in Brooklyn for Master Moses Powell.
Yes.
And I came and he rolled in a wheelchair. I was like crushed, man. I was like, oh man, my goodness.
Yeah, it crushed a lot of us. Yes.
He come in like that, and these are giants, among the martial art.
Giants.
But they didn't live the holistic life. They were dibbling into drugs, and the different things of like that, and it just breaks the body down. Right. And hip replacements, like you learn to throw. Yeah. But you can't be slamming people every day.
On concrete too. We was on mat, and then we had to train sometimes on the concrete on hard floor. Yeah.
So my attitude is once you learn how to do it, you roll through, you learn how to slap out. Okay, you ain't got to be slamming people every day. The human body is not made like that. Your hips can't do that.
Yes.
So by the time you get 60, you need a hip replacement.
Yeah.
A knee replacement.
Yeah.
And I have to say this, at least maybe 75% of my colleagues have all had hip or knee replacements or both.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
And are walking around with that cane.
Yeah. Yeah. I know that's the truth. I mean, I seen them. I was there that thing, and there was a lot of them. But the Chinese ones was looking real fit. Chinese guys.
They're doing the internal exercises.
Right.
You go to China, you'll see the elders all out in the park. Yeah. All of them going through the Tai Chi, breathing, breath. And they're also eating plenty of vegetables and stuff. So they're eating their walking, their exercise, their meditation, and they continue. So that's going to keep longevity.
Right. Now, why in history did they call the Chinese the Chinese was the sick man of Asia? Why did they call them that back in the day?
Call them the what?
The sick man of Asia. There was an old saying they used to call them the sick man of Asia. What was that? What was that all about? You remember? Do you remember that history?
I'm not familiar. Even though I trained in the Chinese system, I can't tell you. I never even heard that the expression.
Yeah, I know they did it on a Bruce Lee movie before, but they was also saying that this was what I guess when they was going between Japan and China was going at it, they considered China, although China was a bigger superpower, but they didn't know who they were yet. Japan was calling China the sick man of Asia. But let's go past that. Don't worry about that. But I know because I know you trained in China before, and I know you told me you did train. You told us.
Yeah, I trained in. When I got out of college, I started out in Bando, Burmese boxing. Mm-hmm. I was very attracted to that because it had rhythm to it. It was spiritual, just like the African. We did it to the drums, So, but then when I went to college, I got disconnected from that. So when I came out, Kung Fu was available to me. So I joined a Kung Fu school, and I trained in Kung Fu all the way up to 1980. And I was a 7th degree black belt, won the Kumite a couple of times. I got a free trip to China. And in China, I'm looking at the walls of the Shaolin temples, and I'm looking, and I see their teachers are black men.
Wow.
And I remember saying, I says, how come we don't see this on television or any of the movies? And they looked me straight in the face, King Simon, says, we're Chinese. Our job is to teach Chinese culture. You have to teach African culture.
Whoa.
And that was a big turning point. When I came back to the States, I went back to Africa, started training in the African martial arts, hooked back up with Mfundishi Maasi, and went right into, and I've been doing the African martial arts ever since. I promoted my last black belt in 1985 to Kung Fu. That was my last black belt, but I was doing both at the same time.
Right. Well, give that a round of applause. Aisha, you have a question, please go ahead, share your question.
This is in my neighborhood, like across the street where I go to the park, and it's only this one elder woman there that's always there doing exercise. She does like the breathing work. She's an Asian woman, and she's the only one there, the only elder there that does exercise in the morning like she does the breathing work that you were saying. And one day, I walked up to her, and this was like around like in the middle point of COVID. So we still have our social distance going on when this day that I approached her. And she was like, I was like, can I join you? I'm thinking that this is some easy work. doing those stretches and standing there and doing a slow motion. And she was like, you have to put your foot this way. And it was so hard for me to do it and just keep up with her that I was just like, I was surprised about the amount of strength that it takes and discipline.
Yes.
But it was still peaceful and beautiful at the end. I felt good afterwards. I did, but I couldn't keep up with her.
So she's probably getting that in almost every day. She's one of those ladies going to be 90 and 100 years old. You know,
I'm saying so that's something. Yes, because I couldn't keep up with her.
And back to the question you asked me, King Simon. Almost all those guys have high blood pressure, and that's bad eating. Not bad eating. So even if you're doing the exercise, if you're eating a whole bunch of animal products and stuff like that, that's going to diminish your health.
And one thing that people love to eat is beef to keep up with their strength, like, have the proteins and things like that. But so what about beef? I mean, I know meat is not good, but since beef is like one of the main things that a lot of bodybuilders like to eat, eat hearty.
But bodybuilders don't last long. They don't live long. They don't have longevity. So, and that muscle will just turn to fat after a while. Yeah. Muscle doesn't have great memory. You have to keep doing it every day. Fat has great memory. So don't do nothing. Fat is coming. Yeah. Muscle, you don't get muscular by accident. You have to be constantly exercising and doing something to maintain muscle mass. And so that's why elderly, they lose muscle mass, not because they're elderly. They lose muscle mass because of inactivity. Yeah. You can still be in your 70s and gain muscle if you're constantly training, still training. So what happens is that when they get like that, they've been programmed that they can't do it. So then that's when you lose the muscle mass, you lose the intensity, you lose the strength, So
so you don't have to.
Yes.
So it's just, that's what I say. It's like spiritual. I always say life is an
internal exercise or the internal movements where breathing is important will make you last much longer than the physical exertion. After a while, the physical exertion, you can't keep that up. But this gentle, soft movement strengthens the muscles and the body, and it helps you continue to flow and get stronger as you go, as you age, as you move. You're supposed to get wiser and better, not weaker and slower.
That's what I said. Life is an upgrade. You're supposed to get upgraded, not a downgrade. If you're downgrading, it's something, you gotta know. Right.
And Baba, I remember there's a tape that I bought from you that you're showing us how to do the stand. I lasted probably like 30 minutes, which was good. And
that's good. That's what and when they take my instructor test, the first thing you have to do is hold Olumingo for 30 minutes without shaking. And stuff like that.
No, because in the beginning, the first 5 minutes I was shaking. First time I did it, I definitely was shaking 5 to 10 minutes, and then I kept on practicing. And I understand you do have a class. You're still teaching classes, correct?
Right, we're still teaching class. Yeah.
And that's
right here in Harlem, 504 West 126th Street on Saturday and Sunday mornings, 9 to 12. So the first half of the class is like Ma'ata Kuba Ankh. That's the internal meditation and stretching. And then the second half of the class is the warrior class.
Okay. And they could go to your website and find out about it too, right?
Right. They could just do Kupagani and Gumi on my website. Hit that page. It'll give you the address, the time, price, and everything.
No, because I know that it was intense for the first at least 2 weeks.
Yeah, we tell people start out with 5 minutes.
5 minutes, yeah.
And then after 5 minutes, then every week just add a minute on till you can do 10 minutes.
Yes.
Then after that, go to 15, like that.
Yes.
And we call that standing meditation.
Yes.
So there's sitting meditation, lying meditation. I know every time I do the lying meditation, half my class fall asleep. You tell everybody, okay, relax the toes, relax the ankles, and you work your way up By the time I get to the head, people are slowing.
And a lot of people don't know Aisha, Empress Aisha, he teaches on teaches Kiswahili on one hand and Medu Neter on the other hand in his martial arts class. So he was learning two different languages on two different hemispheres of your body. You know what I'm saying? Why did you decide to do that? Why did you decide?
Well, I wanted in ancient Kemet, the idea was to be whole brain.
Right.
That means you're not left-handed versus right-handed. I'm ambidextrous. I can use both hands.
Yes.
When I was coming up, I had a older brother who was left-handed. So when he taught me how to play baseball, he taught me the way he played. So I was batting southpaw, but I was a right-hander, but I could bat left. I could throw the ball left. I could do everything. So I was both hands. Then I found out in ancient Kemet, the priests wrote with their right hand and the left hand in both directions. So I implemented that in my Medu Neter class. And the ambidextrous, come on, if you can only fight southpaw and the guy switch up on you, you're in trouble.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
so
that's why.
Even in boxing, you learn both sides.
In martial arts,
every drill you do on one side, you're doing the other side.
Yeah, that's what they used to train. Yeah.
I wanted to attach us to our classical language, which is Medu Neter.
Yeah.
And then Kiswahili is the most widely spoken language on the African continent.
Yes.
Okay.
That's indigenous. In fact, it's the only African language that's the national language of a country in Africa.
Yes. Yes.
All the countries in Africa, like Nigeria, Ghana, all of Senegal, they got European language. Senegal, the official language is French. Official language in Ghana is English. Same thing with Nigeria. But in Tanzania, for example, the official language is Swahili.
Right.
Rwanda, Swahili. Several other countries, Swahili. 13 countries have adopted Swahili.
Now, why does the Swahili language is similar to certain Arabic words?
Well, it's just like, look at how much French is in the English language.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. German, French.
So that's what it is. It's trade. Every language has borrowed and trade from everybody. Okay. So Swahili became a trade language too. Everybody on the East Coast who wanted to do trade, if you were in commerce, you had to do Swahili because you can't learn every little dialogue of every. Like in Tanzania, there's over 100 different dialogues of different languages. So you can't learn all them. So everybody just speaks Swahili.
Yes.
When you go home, you might speak your personal dialogue, but when you go out, everybody speaks Swahili,
Right.
So it became a trade language. So that's kind of why, and the Arab Islamic influence of West Africa. So the number one religion in Tanzania is Islam.
Yeah, right.
The whole effect of East Africa. You had the Persians, and then the different people come down the coast. But that's also a double-edged sword because they were also the greatest enslavers.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
So whether they're doing English or Arabic, both of them were slave languages.
Right. That's right. Empress Aisha, you got a question?
Oh, please. He was just closing out what he was saying. I was so deep in it. I didn't have a question. No, I didn't. I was just deep.
I have two closing questions. I don't want to keep him here too long.
I have a question, yes. But after
now there's two different how can I say? There's two different positions that people are taking in regards to Kemet. Alien built it. One. And the second one is that alien built the pyramids and all that. That's one. And the second one is that the original Egypt is in America, America. Where do you stand with a lot of that, Bubba?
Okay, I can at least answer both of those. Okay.
Yeah, I thought.
First of all, we built the pyramids.
Of course.
Emphatically. The science comes from Earth. From Earth. So I need to understand that. The formula of pi, phi, the golden triangle is how nature operates on the planet Earth. Nature operates different on another planet. The circumference of the pyramid is done with the Earth and the distance from the moon. If you were from another planet, you'd probably be using yours. A centimeter, which became the measurement, is a raindrop. A drop of water is 1 centimeter. That became the standard. I think if you were from another planet, you probably would have had a different standard. And so when you look at the buildings of the temple, some temples imitate the human body. The Holy of Holies, the communication chamber, the birthing chamber, the walkways, the human. So the architectural engineering is all human. And we are the original humans. And it's nonsense. It can't be like Europeans left Europe, they didn't do no building, came to Africa and start building and then went back to Europe. No, that doesn't work. We can't, we're not going for that anymore. You know. So the black man migrated down the Nile and west. So coming from the Sahara Desert, at one time that was fertile. Okay. The oldest mummification we've ever seen is in the Sahara Desert in Chad. Okay. And so we can see astronomy and astrology. I don't know if you've ever been out in a desert like Sahara. It's like being out in the ocean.
Wow.
There's no barriers. And so you got to use the stars, just like navigating water when you're navigating in the desert. So we created these star charts. Okay. So that's the one part. And the pyramid is an energizer, just the shape creates negative ions, which helps the magnetic force field. Okay. So I can go on. I teach 25 different functions of a pyramid out, and none of them are of tune. Okay. So I'm just trying to let you know. And my sister, this is why I studied the Medu Neter. All of that's in there. The second question so that's the alien thing.
Yeah.
So I believe that if an alien ship does come here and it opens up, they're gonna see some brothers walk out.
Exactly.
That's the answer to that. In fact, I saw an interview with the founder of NASA, and this woman asked him, "Have you ever really seen an alien?" And he said, "Yes." And she said, "What did he look like?" Black. He said, "Well, he was about 9 feet tall and he was black." She said, "You mean he was dark complexion?" He said, "No, they were black. BLACK. And they consider themselves the masters race of the universe." So
yes. I remember hearing about that.
If there were aliens, they were us.
Yes.
Okay. We are the aliens. Okay.
That was able to get out of here and come back, right? More than likely.
The second part was what?
Oh, about the debate or the position that people say that the original Egypt is over here in America and not over
yes,
there.
okay, yes. Yeah. So now I reside to my elder ancestor, Dr. Sheikh Anta Diop.
Okay.
And they can go on YouTube and hear his tape. He talks about there are 6 Homo sapiens sapiens that existed on this planet. And all 6 existed in Africa. Only 2 existed outside of Africa. And that is Homo erectus and Homo sapien. And they can, so Neanderthal and Denisovan was a form of Homo erectus that left the African continent maybe a little over 100,000 years ago. And there was a couple of waves. So they developed outside of Africa, and that DNA most Europeans are connected to. Almost no indigenous Africans have Neanderthal or Denisovan blood. We are the original Homo sapiens sapiens.
Right.
And then we mix with Neanderthal, and now that's when you get Europeans and stuff like that. Okay.
Wow.
So if we go to North America, my brother, there's another YouTube that you can get, and it talks about the earliest beings in North America. And they were Africans that migrated from Africa. See, this is where we kind of apart. Some of the Moors, they don't want to concede that they still come from Africa. They want to say they started in North America. No, no life. The oldest bones, I think, go back about 20,000 years ago. So not 2 million, not 3 million like in Africa. There's no bones of any human Homo sapien on that continent until maybe a little over 20, 30,000 years ago. And all the way up to about 15,000, the only bones are of African people. And then we have the Asiatics coming down from Alaska and coming down into North America. And that's what they call the red man. But he's an Asiatic. He has Asiatic blood, like Mongoloid. Mongoloid Asiatic blood. And so he mixed. When he came, the African was already there. So many of the mound builders were Africans. Not the red man. He wasn't the mound builder. He just inherited that. The mound builders of the ancient Americas were black people. The Olmec heads, the Aztecs heads. Those are African people who migrated to seas. When I take people to the Metropolitan Museum, in the old period, during the time of Khufu, who was a king during the 4th dynasty, who supposedly the Great Pyramid was built for him, there's a ship. And the sails are almost 50, 60 feet high.
Wow.
That's an ocean-going ship. During the time of Khufu, which is like 3000 BCE. You have to understand, the Pinta, Nina, and the Santa Maria could only hold 30, 40 people.
Right.
We had ships that we traded elephants in Asia, BCE, before the Common Era. So we had ocean-going ships. And even the Nina, Pinta, and the Santa Maria, those ships were built by Moors. So we were the original shipbuilders. In fact, if you read history, it talks about the sea people.
Yeah.
The sea people were a group of Asiatics like Vikings and stuff that was they were making havoc all along Europe and all the way around the Mediterranean. And they came in contact with the ancient Kemetic Navy. And this is all recorded. And we went out and destroyed the sea people in our own boats.
Can't get that around of applause. That's right.
They still study that. So just to go back to the Americas, the original inhabitants of North and South America were African people who migrated from the continent.
Yeah.
Okay. But man did not start there. They make it sound like we have all the continents were together at one time. They act like North America separated. They were surfing the continent. No. The continents parted millions of years ago still.
Right.
Before Homo sapien had developed, to the level we are. So when Homo sapien came on the scene, the continents were already pretty much the way they are now.
Right.
The continents only shift at the rate of the growth of your fingernail. So just imagine if South America was connected to Africa, how many millions of years ago that had to be if it's only moving at the rate of your fingernail growth in order to get that far apart?
Yeah.
So you start that's why I'm a pre-scientist, brother.
Yeah, I know. That's why. Look at it. That's right.
Science now. Put one over him. Like, don't even try it.
That's what it says. Grandmaster Kemetic pre-scientist.
Right. So when they look at the formula of the golden means, that's the way a flower grows. Yeah. That's the way a shell grows. That's the way. So that's where the formula comes from. And the Milky Way is like that. An acorn is like that. So we were studying nature. That's not a space theory. Nobody from space came here and showed you that.
It was already here.
Okay, I'm trying to show you it was here. Keen observers of nature. See, Neanderthal probably wasn't a keen observer of nature. He was too busy eating everything he could find. Okay. When you develop luxury time, now you can contemplate the heavens. Now you can contemplate. So when you had an abundance of things, now you had leisure time, and now you could begin to think about possibilities of, solving problems and things before they even happen. So we created the HAPI River, allowed that to happen with an abundance of crops so that you can save up and have food all year round. So now that gave you a leisure class. So we're the first people to have a leisure class. That's what the priestship was about. The priests became the leisure class, and they became the thinkers. So you still had the hunters, the gatherers, the farmers, but now you got a whole thinking class. That's your job, 24 hours.
Think.
Before Kemetic, and let me just close with this here, son. Before Kemetic came into existence, we have to understand that this science came from the interior of Africa. Ancient Kemetic is the mouthpiece of the African continent. Because I know even my fellow Africans, they look at Egypt as something different. Oh, that's Arabs. They just got here yesterday. The Arabs got to Egypt the same way the Europeans got to America.
Oh, I got a question.
They came here as exploiters and colonizers and conquerors. And now they're trying to claim this like the ancient Egyptians were Arabs.
Right, that's
true. And they're mad at us because now we're waking up and realize, oh, that's us on the wall.
Exactly. They're trying to shut us down. But Empress, you said you had one more question?
Yes, I have two questions. Like, why is it important for people, for our brothers and sisters in Africa, to know this knowledge? And because some of them don't know it. It's kind of interesting because, like you said, they see it as different worlds.
So,
and then
when one study history, Baraka made a great statement. He has a quote by saying, slavery is not part of our history. Slavery interrupted our history. So we have to understand that. You see, in 1883, 1884, they had something called the Berlin Conference, where Europeans defined and broke up Africa into the countries that you see today. And so, and only to 1957, Ghana became the first country to become independent from that colonization of 1883. And so the education that Africans get on the whole continent is neo-colonialism. Their educational system was set up by their former enslavers. So if you were in Senegal, you got a lot of people there think they French as opposed to African. And that's their national language. And Ghana, if you tried to speak your native language, you got beat in school. You had to speak English. That's the language you had to learn. So so they don't know their connection. I want to say this here. As bad as you think Africans in America are, as backward as you think we are the most educated group of blacks on the continent, on the planet. We are the wealthiest blacks on the continent, on the whole country. I mean, the globe. We're the most educated. And so everybody is looking to see what we do.
What we're going to do.
When we were rioting in the streets, that's when Africa woke up and became independent. Kwame Nkrumah was educated here. He went to a black school. He went to Lincoln University. He came here. He went to a black school. He was in the Harlem Study Group with Dr. Ben and Dr. Clark. And then he went back to Ghana and became, in fact, he was studying to be a preacher when he was here. and Dr. Clark said, don't y'all got enough preachers? And he went back to Ghana and started that movement. And Ghana became the first independent country from that colonization. And so I did a 3-week tour in Brazil this year. The same thing. They're looking for Africans in America. Because we think we got it bad. No, they got it twice as bad as we got it. I mean, we had a point where we built our own universities, Black College, the BSCU. They never had that. Even to 2000, they were just allowed to go to the white universities. So a lot of things we take for granted, other Africans around the continent don't have.
Wow.
So this is what makes the internet so powerful now. We can. A brother told me, he said, Mfundishi, you were a national hero in Guinea. I said, I never even been to Guinea. He said, that's okay. We got you on the YouTube. and he pulled out his phone, and he had 35 YouTube. 35 YouTube lectures of mine, you know.
With you, of course. We all over the world now. Oh man, big up to everybody all over the world. Everybody.
So my sister, you understand? Whoever controls the situation defines it.
Right.
Okay.
And so we had been disconnected from our history, from this colonial. See, the first thing they do is take your language from you.
Yes.
They make you speak the colonizer's language.
Yeah.
They take your name from you.
Yes.
Now, the only advantage most Africans on the continent is most of them can still speak their native language, but they learned it symbolically, not symptomatically.
Okay.
Symptomatically means I know why it's like that. For example, when you're in Ghana, they have a word called obroni. If you ask the average Ghanaian what the word obroni means, they would tell you, oh, it means white man, or it means foreigner. They might even call you an obroni because you're foreign to their culture.
Right.
No, symptomatically, the word was developed by their ancestors. It meant destroyer. One was a destroyer. They saw the European came and destroyed their whole way of life. He is the obroni. So now we use the word, and we lost it. In Swahili, we call it the wazungu. And the wazungu, I mean, now if you ask the average Tanzanian, what is wazungu? Oh, it means the white boy. No, technically, symptomatically, it meant a destroyer who had a soul like a 2-year-old, and everything was centered around them. Me, I want.
Oh.
Can you imagine if your 2-year-old said, give me the cake, and you go, no, after dinner, and they had the power to zap you? Zap, I'm taking the cake. Well, that's the European. I want your land. No, you can't have my land. Pow, we taking it.
Taking it, right.
Okay, so see, that's why I teach symptomatic thinking versus symbolic.
Symbolic.
Almost all religion is based upon symbolic thought. Racism is symbolic thought. I don't like you because you're black. I never even met no black people, but I know I heard y'all stink.
Right.
That's symbolic thinking. That's ridiculous.
Right. You had one more question, Aisha? That's it.
Symbolic, yes. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. That was wow. That was.
So tell people to come out if they want to hear me. Come out February the 4th, Saturday.
That's right.
I'll be one of their key lecturers, and I'll have a booth set up. Come out. You can ask me questions. We can talk. We can build.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, no more questions. I'm good. No more questions.
Yeah, because I want to make sure he gets his rest. He got some more writing to do. Let me just share the website for HAPI, what they're doing, so people can see it for themselves. There it is, family. He will be there. Baba Mfundishi will be there. Let me get my applause back up. This is where you're going at. Okay. So Baba Mfundishi will be there with some great people. Riza Islam. Also, Ken Harris is moderating and hosting. Also, of course, Kaba Hayawata will be there. Let me go back a little. Professor James Smalls will be there. Riza Islam, Susan Tata, Dr. Susan Tata, and Georgina Falu will also be there. Dr. Georgina Falu will be there. So, Baba Mfundishi, I want to thank you very much for coming in and sharing your wisdom and sharing the knowledge. And of course, people go to his website. I got to remind people of his website. His website, I want to show that right now before he leaves. I want to show that website also. He has so much going on. He got so much products, and he teaches classes, got consultations going on. Let me make sure we got that sharing on the screen. Go to the homepage, family. He got of course, that's the homepage there, family. You get to see the great Mfundishi Jhutyms do his thing. Of course, he got about him. You get his history right here, the mission of what he's about. Look at all of that. Look at all what he offers. Of course, he has classes. Of course, if you want to be a priest and a priestess, you can come under their system also. And, Baba, you're doing workshops and all of that too, right? You're still doing workshops.
Yeah, we're doing workshops. And I forgot to do a plug on April 3rd. I'm taking the group to Egypt.
Oh, wow. Good.
And this is my 33rd trip. So this is going to be a magical trip.
Wow. Yes.
On that. You teach the numerology on that. This is my 33rd trip to Egypt.
That's the master number, master healer, master teacher.
So we're going to be dropping some serious science. So people, if you go on my website, you can go for it. Instagram, Mfundishijhutyms, Facebook, Mfundishijhutyms, and my website, Mfundishi.net. So it's from April 3rd to April 15th, 2 weeks. And as a special treat, after 2 weeks, we travel across the Egypt all the way to the Red Sea. And you spend the last 2 days on the Red Sea. It's a fabulous trip.
Wow. I heard that the Saqqara temple is back open. The step pyramid is back open.
Yes.
Wow. Have you been in there yet? Have you been back in there?
Yes, sir.
Wow. How's it looking?
And the new museum is open now too. So now it's the largest Egyptian museum in the world.
Wow.
Right. And it's right there in Giza. It used to be in Cairo. Now it's in Giza. In fact, you can look at the new Cairo museum and you can look over to the pyramids from the museum.
No. Did they alter anything in the step pyramids or no? Did they mess up anything or they?
No, they're just
leveling out.
They're just trying to repair it.
Yeah, okay.
They're just trying to repair it.
Okay, all right. Well, Baba Mfundishi, I want to thank you. We want to thank you for coming on and allowing us to have you here for such a longer time. And give him a round of applause.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
And I hope to see you when I come back to New York. I'm out in Georgia, but you do lectures, so I can bring you out to Georgia and we can do something. We'll talk. That same number is still yours. The cell phone is still the same number.
Same number, and you got my website right here. So
I got your website and your email. I got your email.
I'm at Yahoo.
Yes, I got it. I got that right here. That's right here. If you want to email him, Yahoo his IG and his FB is Mfundishijhutyms. So make sure y'all go to those things too and support him in any way you can and take his classes. All right, Baba. Thank you very much again.
Thank you. Empress, thank you very much. Yes, start reading, Empress. Start reading.
Yes. I'll be my bedtime for it.
Oh man, that was beautiful. That's what you had a good time. We had a good time. How you feeling?
Feeling great. Yes.
All right, so I'm gonna definitely put you on the list for the HAPI event. So you'll be on there. So go there. You and Dr. Angela, who also helped me co-host Baba Kaba Hayawata. So y'all will be on that list. So you go up there and enjoy yourselves. And whoever you bring, you have to pay. But I don't know how much it is for children, but I know it's going to be a very beautiful event this year. This event going to be very beautiful. I want to make sure I put that website on so people can see it and how important it is for our people to go and support this major event. Go to hapifilm.com. That's hapifilm.com and enjoy it. It's going to be a massive event with some great individuals. Again, Brand Nubian is performing. That's going to be powerful. They got knowledge of self. Of course, Professor J. Smalls, Kabahai Walter, Mfundishi, of course, Dr. Tutu and Dr. Falu and Riza Islam is going to be there live and direct and hosted by Ken Harris, the host and moderator, is going to be off the hook for real. And you'll get to see the HAPI family in full form. They're going to have the books. They're going to have the DVD. They're going to actually show the films. So it's going to be from 1 to 8 p.m., man. So come there ready to enjoy. They got a whole market. They got food. They got everything that's going to be there. So it's going to be a whole market, vending market and everything. So go over there and support them. And again, here's the website, family. Let me show y'all the website for that. Get your tickets right now for February the 4th in Queens, New York. Take the J train. I believe it's the J and the L train that go up there. The J and the L, and take the J train all the way up there, all the way to the last stop. Walk one block left. As soon as you come out, there's a Golden Cross. As soon as you come out the train, there's a Golden Cross on your right. Especially if you come out towards all the way to the end, to the escalator. If you come out through the escalator, go to your right, Golden Cross, walk to the corner, walk till you turn to your left, and walk one block in, and that's where the Jamaican Performing Arts Center is. I know that area because that's why I used to give out flyers. That's why I used to do parties around there. I used to do events at that place. So I know that area very well. That's the Jamaican and Parson Avenue stop that's right. That's where it's at. So, I hope y'all make it out there. That's gonna be nice. That's gonna be nice.
Yeah, we're gonna be out there.
Y'all gonna be out there. Y'all gonna be in the place. I think I'm gonna watch it on the live. So I'm gonna definitely support the live and be there. All right, my dear. I want to thank you very much for coming on. Again, short notice as usual. You know me. She's a soldier. She's a soldier. So she's a good wife. If somebody marry this woman, she's a good woman. You hear me? You go marry this sister. Give her a good ride. Let them know that. And if you got your resume, you got to be right. You got to be walking that healing path. Do not come out there and start playing with her. She ain't playing with you. You know what I'm saying? She got hands now. Don't mess with that boogie down Bronx. She got hands. Don't mess with her. So I'm telling you, them earrings are not just for show. Them things could be weapons. Look at that. Look how humble she is.
Simon.
I know. I'm showing you love. Showing you love. But she deserves a good king. And I'm proud of her. I'm proud of her journey, man. She's one of those bright and shining stars that are doing what she's supposed to do to help her daughters to see and represent womanhood at the highest degree. And that's what we need to do. That's what and so the divine masculine can receive the divine feminine in appropriate ways. And that's what has to happen. That's the balance. That's the balance. I have to bring that balance. Stop it. You know what I'm saying? But thank you very much for coming on, my dear. Thank you. I'm gonna close out.
It was a pleasure. This was wonderful.
Thank you very much for being your great self. We'll talk, because we do have to talk about some business, and I'll let you know what's happening. I love you, and give your daughters a great big hug for me. I haven't seen them in a long time. Give them a great big hug for me, okay?
And happy upgrade day to you again.
Happy upgrade.
May your new expansion be filled with love, prosperity. May you look at you. You're sitting in your royal self right now. Look at you. You're glowing. You radiated like this. I love you, King Simon.
I love you too, my sister. Definitely. Yeah, I am in love with life. I'm 56, 11 years old, once a man, twice a child. I'm just enjoying this second childhood, to tell you the truth. I am really enjoying this second childhood. No stress. Thank you very much of those that are hitting me up, wishing me, not hit me up. Thank you very much. Hey, healing. That's Helen. Helen owns the Zen bar. When you come out here, I got to take you to the Zen bar. Come visit. She got a beautiful Zen bar. They do a lot of women's health event, a lot of health event for men also. They got Reiki healing over there. These are sisters in the west end of Atlanta that's running business out here. Her, Cecilia,
coming there.
These sisters they doing a thing out there. So
I need you. I need you, sisters.
I love this sister. She's doing her thing, man. I love her. She's one of my good friends. She's one of the people that I connected with through to Blue Pill and Red Pill. And I'm so proud of what they're doing. I come over there when I get a chance. I'm in the mountains. So when I come down from the mountain, like Muhammad, I come down from the mountain. I gotta pass by their places and drop off, buy a smoothie or, get a candle or something and all that stuff. And so, we definitely gonna bring her over there. I'm gonna bring her over there when she comes to town. She said, "Yeah, pull up, come on, pull up." Yeah, I'm gonna bring her. Yeah, she's gonna love that area. She's gonna love you. She's gonna love your energy and and your son. Big up to your son, and of course you, Helen, and AKA Sacred Secret, AKA Healthy Healing. All right, come pull up. We doing it. All right, we're gonna talk. I'm gonna close out, and we'll talk after. I'm gonna call you after, okay? If you don't mind. You going to bed? You going to bed, or you know?
No, I'm about to go eat something.
All right, I'll call you back. All right, so give Aisha Amor a well-deserved round of applause. Empress, thank you, sis. We'll talk. All right. Woo! That was our show. Let me shout out James. Today is Langston Hughes' birthday. Today was also Rick James' birthday and Dennis Emmanuel Brown, the reggae superstar, the crown prince of reggae. Today was his birthday. Lisa Presley, today was her birthday. She passed on in her critical cycle. Go figure. I'm trying to tell you how these numbers and how these energies work. And I want to thank my massage therapist for today. I want to thank my massage therapist for today. Like I said earlier in the show, I did a spiritual bath. Thanks to Ellison Nedra, the modern day sage, I still had her spiritual bath powder and minerals. I used that up today, my last time I did it. And then I did a meditation in the tub. I did a tub meditation with the water and everything. And, you know, it's remember, water is a natural conduit between the physical and the spiritual realm. So when you put your intention in that water, and you're in a meditation, I do water meditation a lot, even shower meditation I do, but doing water meditation is so important. If you're doing it with a partner, the energy is even more stronger because you're sending it out into the ethers. When you're taking a shower with your partner or taking a bath, if you do a meditation in that tub or in that shower, you're sending that water energy into the ethers because that is the natural conduit between the physical and the spiritual realm. Once you understand that and know that thoughts are things, believe me, you start manifesting things. I manifested my way down here to Georgia to being a rent a friends of mine's house until I get my own ranch house that I want. And that's how we're working. We have to stay creative. And sometimes we have to use that spiritual energy to stay creative. You know, that's what I tell people all the time. We got to use these mathematics, these numerology, these astrology, all of the different sciences that belong to us. We got to use it to the best of our ability. And now that I'm 56, which 5 represents the adaptable, flexible, energetic mindset that I have to have in this year. And 6 also represents the balance, the healing, the forgiving aspect of it. And then it adds up to the master number 11. 11 is the spiritual teachers, the spiritual guides that come to bring integrity to what they do and how they do things. That's what I'm about, bringing this integrity about what I do and how I do, especially from a numerovational point of view, because numerovation means motivating you with your numbers. And that's my job on this planet. And don't you leave this planet without sharing your gift. I'm talking to all of you out there. Do not leave this planet without sharing your gift. I don't care if it's a small level gift. I don't care if it's a large level gift. I don't care if it's a multi-level gift. Do not leave this planet without sharing your gift. And I can tell people that I've shared my gift throughout my life, from when I started hitting the stage, from I started doing radio, television, and all that kind of stuff. I've been sharing my gift. All of us have gift, talents, and skills. And what the great James Brown say, he said, once you have a talent, a gift, or a skill, you should never be broke. Never be broke. Once you find that talent, and some of us, let me say something before I close out, because some of us run away from what we're supposed to do because of whatever happened in the family, whatever scaredy cat methodology we may have, you know, whatever fears that we still have in us from the past. You know, some of us run away from what we're supposed to do. Let me say that again. Some of us run away. Some of us run away from what we're supposed to do. And once you realize that everything you want is on the other side of fear, watch what happens. Everything you want is on the other side of fear. Say that again for the people in the back. Everything you want, everything you want is on the other side of fear. And once you overcome fear, that's when you'll hear the true meaning of who you are and what you need to do to move forward in this realm. Again, remember, everything you want is on the other side of fear. And once you overcome fear, that's when you'll truly hear within you what you're supposed to do, what you're supposed to become. Take that to heart. Take that to heart, family. All right. Without any further ado, let me get on out of here. Content disclaimer. The views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teachers, scholarship, education, and research. For fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed. Gotta always watch your back. Don't forget this coming weekend. This is gonna be it. HAPI in Queens this coming weekend. HAPI in Queens this coming weekend. Also in Georgia in Stonecrest. This is going to be the event also. And don't forget, on the 5th, we have the great one. We have the great one coming in, featured author Joshua Selden. His book is called I Am. It's about affirmations and positive affirmation for adults and children. And Dr. Baba Ashwa Kwesi's daughter is coming in. Shashin Kwesi will be here on the 8th. Myself and Dr. Shakira Moore is doing an event on the 11th, Saturday, February the 11th. We doing that inner alignment through your eyes and numero. That's going to be good. Make sure you get your tickets through Linktree/King Simon the Numerator. And then on the 12th, we got Baba Phil Valentine coming in, University of the Kemetic Mindset, February 12th, with special guest host Dr. Shakira Moore and Dr. Angela Moten. And of course, I will be on this show at Forbidden Knowledge TV, one of the programs on Forbidden Knowledge TV. This one is called Cosmically Connected, Wednesday, February the 15th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am the special guest. It's going to be Off the Hook, myself, and this beautiful white woman, this beautiful Caucasian woman, this beautiful European woman. She's going to be in the building, and that's her name, Courtney Kane Sides Medium. And of course, numbers and their guiding principles. Big up to her. I met her at Billy Carson's event, New Year's. And again, that's the book. I open and publishing. I am publishing.com. I am publishing.com. Make sure y'all support Lloyd Strayhorn. Make sure y'all support Lloyd Strayhorn, Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. Make sure y'all support Drop Squad Kitchen in Wilmington, Delaware. Make sure you support that. Make sure you support Nicholas Brooklyn right there in Brooklyn and in Manhattan. Make sure you support that. And don't forget Dr. Shakira Moore, Linktree/King Simon Numerator. Kesia L. Jones, the one, the only Kesia L. Jones, KesiaLJones.com. If you want to find out about past life consultations, a psychic medium, spiritualist, 800-774-4554. Contact the Modern Day Sage. And don't forget, if you want to get some tarot guidance done, please contact Mystic Ivy _333. That's Mystic Ivy _333. And don't forget, Baba Ashwa Kwesi got his event coming up in Kemet. Also, make sure hit him up 214-371-0206. Tell him King Simon sent you. And if you want to write your book, you need an editor, transcriber. This sister can help you. Susie Script 914-361-9467. Get all my books on Linktree/King Simon the Numerator. Take my class. That's my Udemy course. It's only 2 hours introductory, but you can take it. And if you want the full course meal, it is now $444 as my birthday started. You can buy it through my Eventbrite. You can actually go to my Linktree/King Simon the Numerator. So I'm going to take this off right now because I got to put a new one up. I'm going to delete that right now in front of you. That's no longer up there because it's now another price. And if you want to book a session with me, please text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022 if you want to book a session with me. The waiting list is into March right now, going into April. So book your session and you will be in the March. All right. Accept what is, let go of what was, and have faith in what will be. That is going to be the rest of my life. The rest of the days that I'll be on earth, this is what I'm going to do. Dr. Be Serious. I forgive myself, my family, and others for imperfection because none of us are perfect. Thank you very much, Dr. Be Serious, for that affirmation. Don't forget, on the 5th, they're going to be doing something with Billy Carson and the whole family coming up on Forbidden Knowledge TV. And also my television show is going to be released also in the month of March. My television show on Billy Carson's network will be released in the month of March. All right. So, hey, get ready to close out. Get ready to close out with Dr. Delbert Blair's prayer. Everybody take a deep breath. Let's relax. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath, family, closing out. All right. Please, Universal Creator, know in my heart that I love you. Please protect me and this planet on which I live now. Please open my mind and my spirit and my soul to receive only truth in your love now. One more time for the people in the back. Please, Universal Creator, know in my heart that I love you. Please protect me and this planet on which we live now. Please open our minds, our soul, our spirits, and our soul to receive only truth in your love now. Thank you, Dr. Blair, for all that you shared with us. Asheo. Make sure you go to his metacenter2.com. It's been 7 years since he passed. Yesterday, January 31st, he passed 7 years ago, Dr. Delbert Blair. And I want to thank him for what he helped us to do back in the day, Dr. Delbert Blair. Family, thank you. Thank you for celebrating my birth strong with me today. I wouldn't have came up today. I'm celebrating 56 years, 5 + 6 is 11, master number cycle. So I'm here to help with the healing and continue this healing mission. All right. Regardless, like Dr. Khalid used to say, and this is the month that he transitioned in, Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. Regardless of land, label, or language, there is but one God. And in the immortal words of Marcus Mosiah Garvey, up you mighty nation, you could accomplish what you will. And in the immortal words of this great sister, whose birthday is coming up on April the 4th. Marcus Garvey is born August the 17th. This great sister, her name is Maya Angelou. And she always said, and still we rise. Take care, family. Be safe, be prepared, be focused, and be in love with your great self. Thank you. One love.
So remember, our job as studiers of these metaphysical, esoteric knowledge is to help enhance people to be better. I, as a numerator, using the numbers, or quote-unquote numerals, and motivation to get people to understand why they need to activate their numbers to be their very best self and maximize it. Because the numerals hold a frequency. And if you're willing to turn up that frequency, then that frequency can help to guide you and navigate you to a higher height that will allow you to spiral to be your best self. We must remember that.
Peace and power, family. I'm Dr. Shakira Moore, and I'm excited to share with you this powerful event that's happening on February 11th, 2023. The inner alignment through your eyes and your numero. It's the joining of two ancient systems helping you to tap in and access your divine blueprint. I will be teaching a mini masterclass on iridology that will only be available in this workshop. After this class, you will walk away knowing the mystery to longevity via your iris, how to identify colors and patterns in your iris to avoid chronic disease, preparing your children for supreme health with iridology, and so much more. It is time for you to unlock unlimited potential and your internal greatness, because you are great. I'll see you in class. Peace and power.
Hey, this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com, or Linktree at King Simon the Numeral Beta. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the Numerovation for Mental Stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Number are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. Go now. It's the Numerovational session with King Simon. Text your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022, and get my books on Amazon now.